Hello everybody, don't call me Ryan, and welcome back to another mod review. And today I'm going to be reviewing the Weather 2 mod for version 1.12. And in this mod it adds stuff like, well, clouds that look different, wind and leaves sounds that blow, and storms such as tornadoes, hail, and hurricanes. So over here in our nice little spot of Kansas, and our tornado alley spot and fire, we have a bunch of new items that will help you spot these storms, and if you for some reason want to make one. We'll get to this block in just a second, but over here, this is probably the most important item you'll need to be crafting all this stuff, and it is the weather item. And to make this, you need 4 iron, 2 redstone, and a gold ingot to get yourself a weather item. And to make some stuff right off the bat is some placeable sand layers, which takes 8 sand and a weather item. And what this does is you can just place a bunch of sand like that up to you get, I think until you get a block. Yeah. So that's kind of what that does. I guess it can be more aesthetic if you want to make like some sort of like interesting desert. Over here is the pocket sand, exclamation point, and to make this you need 8 placeable sand layers and a weather item. And what this does is that you kind of just blow dust. I don't know really what it does exactly. I think that's all it does. I think it just helps determine where the wind's going. Over here is the tornado sensor, which on its own doesn't really do anything. It's more or less used for other things over here, but to make it you need 4 iron, 2 redstone, and a weather item to get a tornado sensor. Let's say there is a tornado nearby and you want to know if it's coming. This is what you would make, is a weather siren, and it takes 4 redstone and 4 iron ingots and a tornado sensor. And I actually have a little thing right here just in case, but essentially whenever a tornado is close by, these will go off in a big siren that was pretty hard to miss. So yeah, this is definitely handy if you want to avoid getting struck by a tornado. If you want it to be redstone activated, it would take 4 iron ingots, 2 redstone, 2 lever, and a weather siren to make a manual redstone siren. Meaning that if you were to want to use these things, they would need to be powered by redstone. These are not. I just put those redstone torches for decoration. Up next is this thing called a wind vane. And essentially what the wind vane does is it will pretty much tell you which way the wind is blowing. Right now it is blowing southwest. Even with the smallest winds, it'll point in the direction it's going, so you can even kind of see the clouds moving in that direction too. But to make it, it takes 5 weather items and 2 redstone, and you get a wind vane. And right here is actually what that block is right there, and it is a weather radar. And it takes 4 weather items, 4 redstone, and a compass. Now I'll go back over here to what it looks like when you place it down. That little yellow dash right there is where the block is, and essentially where you are as well. And if there's ever a storm on the map, like let's say two storm create. Let's say it's let's say there's a thunderstorm. So you would see on the map there's a little thunderstorm right there, and also the rain looks different as well, which I find kind of cool. Instead of just hitting straight down, it kind of comes at an angle. So we're gonna just clear that. And if you do want to like kill all storms, you would type weather 2 storm kill all to pretty much kill all storms, and they eventually just kind of clear up like so. So we'll do that too, just for the safe measures. Alright, there we go, there's all the rain. And what the next item is a weather machine. Now let's say you actually want to spawn some of these weird storms in. So to make this, it is a 4 weather items, 4 redstone, and a diamond. And kind of what this does is it literally will make storms right where you're standing. So you can do high wind as well. Hail, which you get some stuff like that. And if you look closely, the hail is actually like little like ice blocks, and you can see it kind of looks like a tornado is about to spawn here as well. And there's the tornado siren going off as well. And if you don't like tornadoes like I do, And if you want them to be repelled, you can make a weather deflector. And essentially what this does is that if a tornado ever gets near, it'll dissipate or just go away. And it takes 4 iron, a weather item, and 4 redstone to pretty much repel any storm. I'm actually going to take one and put that right there just in case. And last but not least is the anemometer. And it takes 6 weather items, redstone, and essentially what this does is it'll show you if there's wind and how fast it is. So if like weather to storm create wind, it'll start blowing like that. So we're just gonna kill all the storms. Alright, so that's all the items in this game. Now let's get to the storms. Okay, now that we got all those stuff out of the way in the back over there, we can now start messing around with these storms. I actually had to go over there and break that tornado sensor because it really goes far, because I was over here and the storm immediately got dissipated. So we're going to spawn in a little F1 tornado. So it picks up blocks and mobs and items, and it destroys houses. It doesn't pick up cobblestone or heavy blocks, just really weak stuff, and it's gonna go right over there, isn't it? As you can see, it's also leaving a trail on the ground of things it's picking up, from grass to random blocks. I think it should pick up the trees as well. So yeah, lots of destruction. We're gonna kill those storms. And once the storms actually do dissipate and stop, all of the blocks and items that it was hurling around just kind of drop to the ground. So yeah, so you can see all the grass and the stuff that it picked up. I'm surprised these villagers kind of survived from that huge fall, because holy moly, it's violent. Okay, going over here now, I'm gonna spawn in like an F5, one of the strongest tornadoes there are. So F5. It's a huge radius, and I'm actually going to go into survival mode just to show what happens if you were to get stuck into it. As you notice, I get lifted off the ground, moved around, and the closer you get, the more violent it is. Like, I'm stuck right here. Let's just try to get sucked into it. Like, come on, there we go. There we go. It should be way more violent by the way it lifts me up. Look at me go! Surprisingly, if you don't, like, plummet to the ground, you don't take fall damage. So that's one thing I guess you could look at. But yeah, this storm, it's been tearing the trees' leaves apart. Really violent. So those are the tornadoes, and let's just start with like the hurricanes next. Or what's weather to storm create a hurricane. Well, these are really bad too. Really windy, strong winds. I don't believe the tornadoes siren goes off from this. It might, I'm pretty sure it does. But yeah, really violent type of storm. It's pretty bad. It doesn't take blocks off the ground, but it does lift a bunch of things off the ground, so be wary of that. Again, have a nice tornado deflector to not get affected by this. And I guess the last type of like tornado I guess you could create is a waterspout or water tornado. So to do that, I would just do storm create spout. Now this thing isn't that bad. It's all it really does is just kind of spin water up into the air. Like, I don't even think it lifts me off the ground. Like, yeah, I'm standing right here next to it and it's not doing anything. Is it pulling things in? I think it is. Oh, why did I go near these freaking mobs? But yeah, nothing really happening. And oh, I guess the lightning strike made a zombie pigman. That's funny. Let's go back into creative mode. There we go. Okay. So, I'm just gonna let that do its thing. But, I think if I even grab, like, a weather radar, we should see it. Yeah, it's right there. And I feel like, last but not least, is to kind of show off the hail. Because, hail can hurt you. So let's spawn some hail and game mode S. So it's hailing right now, and I believe if one of the ice blocks hit you, it does damage. So we're just gonna have to get unlucky and get hit by some hail. Oh, which? Okay, no, I don't want you. Let's really get some hail in here. Let's get like 4 hailstorms going, and I just want to get hit by hail. There we go. So, yeah, you're not likely to get hit by hail, but yeah, I'm getting plummeted by hail right now. Let's see if I can die to it. That'd be funny. I spawned like 4 hailstorms in just to kill me. That almost hit me. I healed too fast. So yeah, there's your hail. I wouldn't count on getting killed by hail because it's very kind of hard to get killed by it since it's very random. But, I don't know, you could be unlucky. Anyways, guys, thank you all for watching my video. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like, and if you didn't, leave a dislike. I'm not going to complain. If you have any criticisms for me to improve on, tell me in the comments, and I'll be much appreciative of it. If you enjoyed my content, please leave a subscribe for more. I don't know when I'll be uploading. My schedule isn't really determined yet. Right now, it's kind of just when I feel like it. Next video, I'm probably going to be reviewing the Aether mod. So that should be interesting. So please stick around for that whenever it comes out. Anyways, hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys later.